Hello everyone. Today, I'll continue telling you the story of single mother Tiểu San. I hope you enjoy the video. Early in the morning, while the sunlight was still soft, Tiểu San was preparing breakfast when her phone suddenly vibrated. Hoi's name appeared on the screen. She froze for a second before picking up the call, her heart filled with mixed feelings and excitement. Hoi's voice was warm, with a hint of cheerfulness. San, Women's Day is coming soon. I want to make up for the gift I couldn't give you last time. Are you and Ivy free today? Tiểu San was slightly surprised, but answered gently. Yes, we are. Ivy and I are both free. On the other end, Hoi seemed to be smiling. Great. I also invited my mother. She misses Ivy so much. I'll come pick you two up around 9, okay? Your mother will be coming too? She asked again, a little shy. Yes. I just want you and Mom to have more time together. We'll all go out, eat, and have fun. Like a family. Tiểu San's heart softened. Those simple words made her chest warm, as if a gentle stream flowed through her. All right. I'll get ready. Good. And remember to bring Ivy. Mom keeps talking about her. For some reason, those words made Tiểu San's eyes sting a little. She smiled and replied. Yes. We'll wait for you. The call ended. Tiểu San stood still for a moment, looking around her small kitchen. This Women's Day, she wouldn't just receive a gift. She would receive something stranger and warmer. A sense of belonging. Ivy walked out of her room, still half asleep. Mom, who was that? Tiểu San bent down, gently stroking her soft hair. Uncle Hoi. He's taking us out to eat with Grandma today. Ivy's eyes lit up. Really, Mom? I miss Grandma so much. Tiểu San laughed, feeling lighter. Really? So go change your clothes and we'll get ready soon. The little house suddenly felt brighter. With the smell of freshly cooked porridge lingering in the kitchen, Tiểu San set the table, smiling to herself now and then. Today felt like a special day, more than just a holiday. Hoi hadn't arrived yet, but the warmth from that call had already filled the little home. After the call, Tiểu San stood quietly for a few seconds, overwhelmed. Never before had someone cared for her like this. His words felt like morning sunlight slipping into the deepest corner of her heart, the heart that was used to enduring alone. She went back to the room to wake Ivy. Ivy, wake up, sweetie. Today we're going out with Uncle Hoi and Grandma. Ivy rubbed her eyes, then instantly perked up. Really? I want to go now. Tiểu San burst into laughter. Get dressed first. Uncle Hoi won't be here for a while. The two of them hurried to get ready. Tiểu San picked out Ivy's nicest dress, a soft blue one with tiny daisies. She tied Ivy's hair into two cute ponytails and added a little bunny clip. Ivy twirled in front of the mirror. Mom, do I look pretty? Beautiful. She softly touched Ivy's cheek, her heart swelling. Then, she dressed herself. A simple white dress, hair gently tied back. Nothing fancy, yet she still looked lovely and elegant. On the table lay a bouquet wrapped neatly. A bouquet she made herself from flowers in her garden. She wanted to give it to Hoi's mother. As a sincere thank you and a sign of respect. While waiting, Ivy sat coloring, while Tiểu San packed the outing bag, tissues, light jackets, a small water bottle for Ivy. The house buzzed with a gentle, happy atmosphere. Sometime later, the sound of a car stopped at the gate. Ivy rushed to the window. Mom. Uncle Hoi is here. Tiểu San's heartbeat quickened. She straightened her dress, picked up the bouquet, and took Ivy's hand. Outside, Hoi stood beside the car, smiling brightly with anticipation. Next to him was Mrs. Thoa, neat, graceful, and gentle-eyed. Ivy ran up. Grandma. Mrs. Thoa opened her arms wide, greeting the little girl with a warm smile. My Ivy is so beautiful today. Tiểu San approached, slightly shy but sincere, offering the bouquet with both hands. I made this myself. I hope you'll like it. Mrs. Thoa looked surprised for a moment before her expression softened. She accepted the flowers, holding them as if they were precious. They're beautiful. Thank you, dear. Her voice was warm and soothing. Watching them, Hai felt something peaceful settle inside him. Shall we go? He said gently. Tieu San nodded. Hai opened the car door for mother and daughter, helping Ivy with her seatbelt. Mrs. Thoa sat beside the girl, stroking her hair as they chatted. The atmosphere felt just like a real family. From the driver's seat, Hai glanced in the rearview mirror, catching sight of Tieu San smiling next to Ivy. And somehow, that single moment felt like a gift already. The car drove into the city center, toward a well-known restaurant. Hai had made reservations in advance and requested a warm, private space for this special outing. When they arrived, he stepped out first, hurrying around the car to open the door. Careful. His thoughtful, natural gesture warmed Tieu San's heart. She nodded, holding Ivy's hand as they walked out. Behind them, Hai gently helped his mother get out of the car. The restaurant stood out with old brick walls, arched doorways, and warm golden lights, elegant yet inviting. Tieu San looked around, amazed. It was so beautiful she momentarily forgot she was in the middle of a busy city. They were guided to a large table by the window overlooking a small garden filled with vibrant bougainvillea. Hai pulled out the chairs for his mother and for Tieu San before sitting down himself. The respectful gesture made her heart flutter. After a moment, Hai asked the staff to bring out small, beautifully wrapped gift boxes. He stood up, smiling. Today is for the most beautiful women in my life. So I want to give each of you a little gift. Mrs. Thoa chuckled softly. My son is being very thoughtful today. Hai first gave flowers and a gift box to his mother, then to Tieu San. The bouquet he handed her was elegant and fragrant, enough to soothe anyone's heart. When he handed Tieu San her gift, his gaze was gentler than usual. I hope you'll like it. She received it with both hands. Thank you. Little Ivy sat beside them, eyes sparkling, wondering if there was also something for her. Noticing, Hai pulled out a small gift bag with a cute bunny printed on it. And this is for Ivy. Ivy squealed. Wow. Thank you, Uncle. Laughter filled the table, making the atmosphere even warmer. A moment later, Hai took out his phone. Today is special. Let's take some pictures to remember it. He first photographed his mother and Tieu San together. Two women sitting side by side, with Ivy in front hugging a small bouquet. A simple scene, yet radiant. Then, all four took photos as a group. Hai next to Tieu San, Ivy, and his mother. They all smiled brightly. The smile of a complete family. At that moment, Tieu San felt every empty space in her heart fill up. She had never imagined she and Ivy would sit at such a warm table, treated with such love and respect. Hai looked at the faces around him. His mother's gentle smile, Ivy happily hugging her gift, and Tieu San's eyes shining beneath the golden lights. And he felt a deep peace within. Today, he brought the women he cherished most out to eat. No extravagance. No showiness. Just being together. Like a truly happy family. One by one, the specialty dishes were brought to the table. Fragrant banana blossom salad with shrimp and pork, a bubbling clay pot of braised fish, sour soup with wild river flowers, a golden plate of chicken steamed with lime leaves, and, most special of all, a steaming hot pot of Lin fish. The aroma spread through the air, making everyone's stomachs rumble with excitement. Ivy stared wide-eyed, clinging to her mother's hand. So many dishes, Mommy. Grandma Thoa smiled kindly and picked up a small piece of chicken for her. Try this, Ivy. It's delicious. The girl took a bite, eyes widening. Yummy. Everyone laughed at her cuteness. Sitting beside her, Tieu San carefully prepared dipping sauce for Grandma and Ivy. Even during a meal, she was more used to taking care of others than herself. Noticing this, Hai gently placed a tender piece of fish onto her plate. You should eat too. Don't just worry about everyone else. Tieu San paused, then nodded shyly. Okay. The meal was lively. Grandma Thoa shared amusing stories from her youth, and Hai occasionally slipped in jokes that made Ivy burst into laughter. Listening quietly, Tieu San felt as though she had returned to a carefree time, when family was the safest embrace. Ivy happily told stories about school, proudly sharing how her teacher praised her drawing. Grandma asked her all sorts of questions, while Hai pretended to be serious. Then you have to draw something for Uncle later, okay? Ivy propped her chin like an adult. But, you have to pay me. Everyone laughed. Hai nodded solemnly. Then I'll pay you with ice cream. Ivy's eyes sparkled. Deal. Joyful laughter spread around the table. When the hot pot was placed in the center, everyone gathered closer. Hai helped serve food for his mother and Ivy, and Grandma placed some onto Tieu San's bowl in return. Simple gestures, yet filled with tenderness. Warm yellow light poured down, illuminating smiling faces. Cozy and familiar, as though they had been a family for a long time. Watching the scene, Tieu San suddenly felt her heart sink a little. After so many years raising her child alone, she had forgotten what it felt like to be cared for. Today, everything felt complete. Hai observed everyone out of habit. Seeing Tieu San quietly smiling, he felt a quiet joy in his chest. No one said it aloud. But everyone knew. This moment, sitting together and sharing a meal, was the most precious gift of the day. The stories, the laughter, the gentle care intertwined, making time feel slower, sweeter. The meal ended in bubbling laughter. No one wanted to leave. They all wanted to hold on to the warmth a little longer. Happiness sometimes is simply sharing a meal like this. Leaf fluttering in wind, but today was also a special day for Trang. Early that morning, Tone had texted, inviting her out for Women's Day. There was a hint of excitement in his message that made Trang smile in curiosity. They met at a small restaurant near the park, its low-hung yellow lights creating a cozy atmosphere, and soft music floating in the air made the place even more romantic. When Trang stepped in, Tone was already waiting. He wore a simple white shirt, but his neat appearance and gentle gaze made her heart flutter. He approached and handed her a vibrant bouquet of flowers. Wishing you a happy Women's Day. Surprised, Trang bowed slightly as she accepted the flowers. Thank you, they're beautiful. They sat by the window and ordered a few light dishes. Throughout the meal, Tone was thoughtful. Serving her food, asking how she'd been, telling little jokes that made Trang laugh. Something she hadn't done in a long time. Trang was naturally quiet, having been through many hardships. She had long grown used to facing everything alone. Yet, feeling Tone's warmth, something inside her softened. When the meal was nearly finished, Tone suddenly fell silent for a moment, his eyes serious. He stood up and moved closer to her. There's something I want to tell you. Trang looked up, surprised. He took a small red box from his pocket. Inside was a sparkling pair of rings glowing under the lights. Looking into her eyes, he spoke slowly. Trang, please be my girlfriend. I want to stay by your side, and walk with you through everything ahead. Time seemed to stop. Trang froze. Her heart pounded uncontrollably. She once thought a day like this would never come. That she didn't deserve love. That happiness was too far away. Yet today, the man before her not only gave her flowers and cared for her thoughtfully, but also wanted to hold her hand into the future. Trang trembled slightly. Her eyes grew warm and wet. She whispered, choked with emotion. I never thought I could be this happy. Tone gently held her hand, squeezing as if to give strength. You deserve it. And I'll stay by your side. No matter what you've been through. Trang's heart trembled even more. She squeezed his hand back, voice shaking. Thank you. For accepting me. For choosing me, and staying. Tone smiled, warm and steady. It's not that I thought too much. My heart chose you a long time ago. He gently slipped the ring onto her finger. In that moment, time felt still. No extravagance, no grand gestures. Just two wounded hearts finding peace in one another. With the faint scent of flowers and soft music floating around them, happiness rested lightly on Trang's shoulders. Turns out, happiness isn't something far away. As long as it's sincere, it's enough. Night gently settled in. Street lights cast a soft golden glow, and the cool breeze carried a faint scent from the trees lining the streets. Hai stood up to pay the bill, then walked out of the restaurant with everyone. He held Ivy's hand and guided both Grandma Thoa and Tieu San as they strolled through the small neighborhood. The air was fresh, conversations and footsteps blended into a peaceful evening melody. Ivy skipped ahead, hugging the small toy that Hai had just bought her. Grandma Thoa watched with warm eyes. She's such a bright and lovely girl. Tieu San smiled, her gaze softening. Yes, she's very kind. Hai walked beside them, occasionally slowing down on purpose just to look at Tieu San. Under the streetlights, her face looked incredibly gentle. As if this entire evening was created just for her. After a while, they returned to the car. Hai drove everyone back to Tieu San's house. When the car stopped at the gate, Ivy was already asleep in Grandma Thoa's arms. Hai carefully carried the girl down. Grandma looked around the small house and suddenly said, "I've never visited your home before. If you don't mind, I'd like to come in and sit for a bit before heading back." Surprised, Tieu San quickly smiled. "Of course, please come in." At Tieu San's house. The house was simple but clean and cozy. Small pots of flowers, planted by Tieu San, added a lively touch. Grandma Thoa gently placed Ivy on a chair, while Hai helped carry the bags into the kitchen. Tieu San poured a cup of hot tea and set it before Grandma. "Please have some tea, I just brewed it." Grandma smiled and accepted it with both hands. "Thank you, dear." The atmosphere was light, no awkwardness at all. Ivy slept soundly, her breathing slow and steady. Grandma looked at her, then turned to Tieu San. "Today, I can see you were very happy." Tieu San nodded softly. Her voice trembled slightly, not out of shyness, but from emotion. "Yes, today is the happiest day I've ever had." Grandma looked deeply into her eyes, seeing not only joy but also gratitude and hope. Tieu San took a quiet breath before continuing. "All this time, I only had Ivy. I did everything on my own. But today, I felt real care. I'm so grateful to you and to Hai." Standing nearby, Hai glanced over. His gaze gentle and full of affection. Grandma placed her hand over Tieu San's, her voice warm. "You deserve happiness. You live well, you love your child. Anyone can see that." Tears glimmered in Tieu San's eyes. "I don't know what to say, just that. I'm truly thankful." Grandma gave her hand a gentle squeeze. "From now on, just tell me if you need anything. Since Hai chose you, I'll love you like family." The words made Tieu San's heart tighten. She didn't dare look up, afraid her tears would fall. Hai stepped closer, placing a hand on her shoulder. "You don't have to thank us. As long as you're happy, that's enough." Those plain words melted every wall left in her heart. She looked at them. Ivy sleeping peacefully in Grandma's arms. Hai standing nearby with warm eyes. Softly, she said, "Today, I felt like I had a family." Grandma smiled gently. "Well, this is your family." Silence lingered for a moment. Long enough for emotions to overflow. Happiness doesn't need grand gestures. Sometimes, all it takes is a meal together. A quiet walk. And a warm home to sit and talk. That alone is enough to make the heart bloom. After chatting for a while, the night grew late. Ivy still slept soundly on the chair, her soft hair falling over her forehead. Grandma set down her teacup and said softly, "I should go now before it gets too late. You two need rest as well." Tieu San hurried to stand. Let me walk you out. Hai stepped forward to help his mother. I'll take you home. But Grandma waved her hand. No, you stay and talk to San. I can take a taxi. Hai still shook his head. I'll call a car for you, I'll feel better that way. Grandma smiled at her son. As you wish. But don't forget to come back. Don't leave San alone. Then she turned to Tieu San, gently squeezing her hand. Today, I was really happy. Make yourself comfortable, don't be shy. I'll visit again next time. Tieu San bowed her head. Thank you so much. Today, I was truly happy. Grandma's eyes were soft. I know. Hai saw her out to the gate. Before getting into the car, she reminded him. Take good care of mother and daughter. Hai smiled. I will. The car slowly drove away, its red taillights fading into the quiet street. He stood there for a moment before turning back inside. Inside, Tieu San had already tucked a blanket over Ivy and was waiting at the small table. When she saw Hai step in, she gave a shy smile. You're back. Hai walked closer and asked softly. Are you tired? She shook her head. No. I'm still too happy to be sleepy. Hai looked around the little home. Tidy, warm, filled with traces of her and Ivy. He sat across from her, his voice low and gentle. I'm glad you enjoyed today. Tieu San lowered her head, fingers twisting slightly. I truly felt happy. It's been so long since I've had a day this complete. Hai looked directly into her eyes. Inside them, he saw gratitude and vulnerability. He spoke quietly. You must have been through a lot. But from now on, you won't have to carry everything alone. Her heart quivered. She stayed silent for a moment, then whispered. I'm just afraid. I'm not worthy of you. Hai frowned slightly and reached out to hold her hand. Don't say that. I don't need someone perfect. I just need someone sincere. And you are the person I trust the most. Those simple words flowed into her heart like warm water at night. She looked up, her eyes glistening. Thank you. For being here. Hai tightened his grip on her hand. I'll always be here. For you, and for Ivy. In that moment, the whole room felt wrapped in peace. Nothing more needed to be said. Their joined hands already said everything. Outside, the night breeze rustled the leaves softly. Inside the small house, the two of them sat side by side. Their hearts beating in harmony. Warm, quiet, and full of hope.
Hello mọi người, rất vui được gặp lại mọi người trong video của mình. Video hôm nay của mình đang kể về tình tiết hạnh phúc giữa Hải và Tiểu San, một ngày lễ đặc biệt dành cho người phụ nữ ở Việt Nam. Hải đã dành hết tình cảm của mình dành cho Tiểu San, con gái của Tiểu San và cả mẹ của anh ấy. Và bên cạnh đó, Trang cũng đã được là người đàn ông yêu thương mình hết mực tặng quà và cầu hôn. Trang cảm thấy rất may mắn và hạnh phúc. Một video nhiều niềm vui và hạnh phúc ngày hôm nay, hy vọng sẽ làm mọi người vui vẻ cả ngày, và hy vọng rằng những video tiếp theo cũng sẽ được mọi người yêu quý kênh của mình nhiều hơn để mình có động lực để làm video. Cảm ơn mọi người đã xem hết video hôm nay. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại mọi người ở video lần sau nha.